Hey, and welcome to part two of the Furious 7 podcast for Did You See? We are going to go right into it. So, again, spoiler alert, if you haven't heard part one of the Furious 7 episode, go back, listen to that. And definitely, spoiler alert like crazy, okay? So, you have been warned. Here we go. Listen to our podcast, and we hope you enjoy the shit out of it. Do I just hit the video answer button? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Should have known that. Oh, yeah. I like that are you wearing that shirt, the Rock shirt that you're wearing on purpose for the Furious 7?
I should say yes, but yeah, I got a sponsorship from Under Armour. No, I was outside
The
doing
Rock.
yard work. I love Tyrese in that good 5-minute stretch of them planning the whole mission and then him in the car. Like he was probably my favorite guy in the movie.
Yeah, I agree. He was really good in
He was
that
really
part.
on in that movie.
Yeah, when he was like, I want to be the leader.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't want to lead right now. Oh, look at this. Look, I got this because I went to this Casey Sporting game and I didn't want to have to go outside.
Oh, Isik?
Do I look like Steven Dorff?
I was wondering.
Is that Steven Dorff?
I was wondering what that vapor was when we first got on. I was like, "What is that?" It's like you had a humidifier behind you.
Yeah.
It was just you had smoke rising.
My
behind you.
sinuses are so dry.
Steven Dorff, by the way, after Marissa's wedding in L.A., me and Jeej were the last two there. We were there an extra day, more than anyone else. So we went out to dinner with her the next day, and we went to Nobu in Malibu. Who was sitting next to me? Steven Dorff.
Oh, really?
Because she was like, Gigi only wanted to see a celebrity. She is obsessed with.
Right.
I need to see a celebrity. The only one we saw at an IHOP at 5 a.m. We saw. You want to show JB that?
No.
Oh wait, you gotta show him. You gotta show him because your shirt's awesome.
No.
Come here.
No.
Come on.
No way.
It's a pregnant belly. He's not gonna be like, oh shit, Brienne gained some weight. Come here. Wait, no. Just
No,
show him
it's like a
belly.
crop top. That's hilarious.
But look what it is.
It's a Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park.
That's hilarious.
She's gonna go.
I just picture her just sitting there eating Doritos, slumped down on the couch.
He said, "Where's your bag of Doritos?"
I look like West Virginia trailer.
She goes, West Virginia trailer trash. That's who I am.
She looks like Buck Wild.
He said you could be on Buck Wild. Rest in peace, Shane.
Let's go mudding.
Oh no, what was I gonna say? Steven Dorff was next to me in Nobu, but the only other celebrity Gigi got to see was at 5:30 in the morning. Was one of the guys from Grey's Anatomy, not the main guys. What's his name? Fuck.
Not McDreamy.
No, not McDreamy, McSteamy.
What about a McDonald?
But that's it. It was just funny because Steven Dorff. I was the only one that knew who Steven Dorff was.
Really?
They were like, what was he in? And I was like, Blade? And Blade.
Other stuff. He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That was before the blue cigarette commercials.
What? He still looks the same though.
He
He's
does.
Another guy that doesn't age.
He does. But back to 7.
Oh yeah, back to 7.
Furious 7. So they get in the bus, and it's one of the whole thing was one of the greatest action sequences I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's completely ridiculous. They're getting shot at by miniguns, which is hundreds of bullets a minute. and they're at point blank range, and
you
no one's
see them
getting
just
shot. They're not
kinda
even
dodging.
They're not even ducking. They're not just like, But they did bother to bring up, hey, I'm the bulletproof car. Let me get in front.
Yeah.
For like 2 seconds. And then they go to the side. Miniguns. And then the plan was to get up behind what Vin Diesel and Michelle Rodriguez would shoot harpoons at the back.
The plan is the plan from the first movie.
Oh,
to
really?
Hijack it. Like to hijack. That's how they hijacked the trucks in the first movie, right?
I don't remember that.
Remember they had like the Civics, and then they had a harpoon gun.
So it was a callback.
Wouldn't someone jump onto the moving car and then take over the truck?
Okay. So
I just remember that's how Vince got hurt in the first movie, is that he had the harpoon gun's wiring wrapped around his arm, and he was like hanging onto the truck still. You know what I mean? You remember that?
In real life or in the movie?
In the movie.
Oh, like they let him do crazy ass stunts like that?
Yeah, I think it was a callback to the first one.
Oh, okay. See, I don't remember that. But did they have like someone get on their own car and then use another car behind them to push that car straight into the back? Because that was awesome.
No, they didn't do that. It was I just think it was a little callback to how they used to, because they start out as hijack trucks for DVD players.
Right. They started out as that, and then Paul
now?
Walker, he was an FBI agent years ago. He goes inside the bus and just decimates everyone. He's the greatest fighter.
He's the greatest.
He is like Captain America. He would have actually made a good Captain America, I think.
He would have.
Maybe.
He would
yeah,
have.
he would have made a good one. But he gets in there, annihilates everyone, frees Ramsey. And then all of a sudden, Ong Bak, Tony Jaa, just comes out of nowhere, and this he's terrifying.
Yeah.
He's like one of the greatest, I just say, athletes in the world. The guy is so athletic, and he's so fast. How can you possibly stand up to this guy?
Yet isn't equal to Paul Walker's equal in this movie.
Yeah. And nothing against Paul Walker. I don't want to disparage him or anything. But did you notice that his wardrobe? Did we talk about this? His wardrobe. Did you notice that he had a kind of a gut through like most of the movie?
Is it, or is it like just you're a big guy, so you kind of have like that shelf above your abs now, where you have such a separation between your chest and your abs, like you have like a little shelf.
It was kind of like, and that might be it, but it's kind of like popping out. Well, they put him in baggier clothes. Everyone else is wearing like beaters and Under Armour and shit, and he's like in these like denim button-up shirts or whatever. He looks like he went to the Gap and just like he went to the clearance section of the Gap and found like shirts that were like a size bigger.
Maybe I have to see it again. I didn't notice it. I just thought he's like a big guy now. Like he's like a built guy, especially when you compare him to his brother at the end of the movie.
Yeah, his brother. See,
he's like a stick.
My dad's theory was that he's actually they CG'd him for a lot more of the movie, and his brother was a little chubbier. The other brother was
other one was chubbier. He doesn't look anything like him. The one they used in the movie at the end, he kind of looks like him in the face.
And he's super skinny.
Super skinny.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, wow. And my dad noticed it too. That he put on some weight. This guy. I mean, I guess he's supposed to be a dad in the movie, so it works.
After they get Ramses, they're like on the beach. This is where the new girl Ramses comes out of the water, right?
Yeah, they go to Dubai.
They go to Dubai to get the plan.
Yeah, they didn't have the thing. They didn't have whatever was the Eagle Eye, or is that what it was called? Eagle Eye?
What is it called?
Or the Evil Eye?
It is. No. It is an Eagle Eye. That movie, Eagle Eye.
Oh shit! Is that what it was called in the movie?
No.
Was it a crossover?
Shia LaBeouf's on the other.
Yeah. Well, I mean, was that movie directed by Justin Lin or something? Because Han is a character. Oh, the God's Eye.
God's Eye.
Yes, because this is a very Christian movie. Deeply Christian.
Here's what I saw: the scene where she's coming out of the water, and Luda and Tyrese are playing 1, 2, 3 shoot rock paper scissors for her.
Like who gets her? Yeah.
Like very grade schoolish. They cut to Paul Walker laughing at them. Like he's like in a lounge chair, like laughing at them.
Yeah.
That's not Paul Walker. That was a CGI'd Paul Walker.
Okay.
Because I was wondering the whole time, I was like, when are they going to use his brothers? When is he not in the movie? Like, when are they splicing him in? Could not tell at all.
The only times I could tell was because he was lit slightly differently. He was like he
You
had a
could tell like
glow about
throughout.
him.
Was there anything before that point of the movie?
I couldn't tell you.
Because I'd have to go back or watch a video of like here are the scenes that they had to put CGI Paul Walker in. But
Right.
that was definitely one of them. So now the next time I watch it, that's gonna like stick out to me. Like, hey, that guy's not actually sitting next to them.
But he was actually in the scene. Paul Walker was actually in the scene, right? I mean,
I don't.
they didn't
think
just like
so.
randomly sit him down
I think they did
through the whole because he was sitting right next to him.
because on that.
No, they were interacting with him and shit.
But that specific scene where he's sitting in the lounge chair and he looks over at them, I saw the behind the scenes in one of these websites where this is from one of the older movies, like an outtake from an older movie, and they spliced them in.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Wow.
why I'm just like, holy
That's awesome.
shit, like, what else?
Oh, you didn't realize it when you were watching the movie.
Not at all.
Oh shit.
And I also don't know
Wow.
how many scenes before that or after that used that same technique. I'm sure they did.
Definitely when they were doing the car through the building, part of that
yeah.
was him.
With him
Well,
and-
was not him. Yeah. I know
So
part of that
was that also from an old movie of the two of them in a car?
I don't know because part of it I think was him. Well, obviously it'd be a stuntman jumping out of the car, but
Yeah.
but
yeah.
but I remember seeing his face seemed a little CG.
Okay. It's just given that whole, because my problem with it is not, now when I look back at this movie, I'm going to think of it as a tribute to Paul Walker, and that's why I liked it. But I think it's just getting too much. That was my problem with it before. But now that I knew, like, this was after I found that out after we talked last time, that they're putting him into these scenes, I was like, oh, they were really doing a great job of getting this movie going
Yeah.
without
No.
Paul Walker.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm blown away. I didn't know that.
So I'll give them a lot of credit for that. So
And that's where when they go to the Abu Dhabi or not when they not Abu Dhabi Dubai. Was when Michelle Rodriguez looked really pretty because she was like actually smiling in the movie.
they were all dressed up.
Right, and then and then for some reason Ramsey's friend comes in, and he's the Arabic version of Adam Scott. Like it is Arabic
Yeah, that's who it
Adam
was.
Scott.
I swear we've talked about that before because I remember you saying that he looked like someone, but that's who it was, Adam Scott.
Yeah. So Arabic Adam Scott has them. He was like, "No, you can't go to the party dressed like that." And then they do like the rap video with them walking down
the steps.
steps.
Which was fine because they did that in 5, and I think they did that in 6. Like walking on the beach, opening credits of 5,
Right.
where all of them walking.
Yeah.
slow.
It's like it was a much sexier Reservoir Dogs.
So what did they need to get in the car?
I don't know why, but it's like a big flash drive. Ramsey gave it
She
to
hid
Arab Adam Scott
to hold on to.
it. Adam Scott. Ahmed Scott.
Adam Scott.
Yeah. Adnan Scott. No, that's just right. So she gives it to him and to hold on to, and for some reason this asshole just sells it to some guy like it's a flash drive, and they didn't explain what's so special about the actual drive itself. He sells it to a prince, and the prince wants to
I thought you
put
said
it
Prince. I thought Prince was in the movie.
yeah, he wants to put it in his purple motorcycle. No, he wants to put it in his super car,
She hid
the God's Eye.
code for the God's Eye in the flash drive, gave it to someone else, and he put it in his car for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why you need
A flash drive
in the car.
in the internals of your car.
And why that, if the car was such a mega supercar, why does it not have its own computer in it already? You don't have to soup up the supercar, do you? You shouldn't have to. It
And
was
that-
like, they said it was like 1.3 million or something.
I thought it was like 3 million.
Oh, was it 3 million?
But then, if you think of it like that, that's such a weak point of the car. Like, if you're souping up a car with a flash drive, it's just like a flash thumb drive in the middle of your car's engine.
And it's like deep in there. It's not
Oh,
accessible.
it's like under the seat.
It's
Yeah.
under the car.
Yeah.
Maybe he wanted to have like a lot of songs in his USB drive. It's like I need all my songs in the USB drive.
What they
I'm a
didn't tell
prince.
you, the flash drive was a terabyte flash drive with every song.
It's
ever.
it's 1 terabyte.
Yeah.
What's higher than a terabyte? Yeah, I'm thinking gigabyte.
Gig,
Terabyte is
tera.
huge.
Yeah, terabyte.
But he's like, ooh, because he's
that would
rich.
be funny if that's what all it was.
All it was is just a whole bunch of songs.
She made like a prototype, like 5 terabyte flash drive.
It was like the sweet playlist. It's the jock jams. It's all like ludicrous songs.
For a car in the penthouse of
Yes.
a building.
Yeah, you put it. The car is in the fucking penthouse of this gigantic building in Dubai. And they have to get into a party, which is good. I wanted to be in that party.
You
It
wanted
looked
to
like
be in the party because of that girl, the birthday girl.
Brittany Alger. You like how I know her name and
Yeah.
she has a character name in the movie. Her name's Brittany. As I call her, and I go.
Is
I go,
her name Brittany?
Yeah, her name's Brittany. Oh no, her name's Jasmine. I'm sorry.
That's it.
Her name's Jasmine, and her real name's Brittany.
Because you said Jasmine. You said my favorite person in that movie is Jasmine. And I was like, who the hell is Jasmine? The new girls, the only other new girl is Ramsey.
She's a character. She's ongoing. Tyrese is doing he's creating a diversion by being Tyrese.
By shining.
Yeah, just
Shining brightly is what I think what they said.
shining brightly. And he's like, says that she's the birthday girl and draws everyone's attention to him so the other people can do what they want to do.
Yeah.
I see her come up and I'm like, oh, that's the girl from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's the workout girl. And when
Yeah.
when I told you that, you immediately go, oh, she's the one that was working out.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fantastic. I do follow her on Twitter. It's just stalk her on Twitter. But that was a good scene. Tyrese did really well in this as a comedic relief in that scene. And Michelle Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah, she was good.
And Michelle Rodriguez goes off on her own.
She had to tap into the phone line to deactivate something, right?
Yeah, some security thing in the phone line. Right. So sure.
Sure. To get her into that room, I guess.
Right. And then Ronda Rousey's the main bodyguard.
Yeah.
She comes in there in a nice dress and tight dress, and she's got makeup that makes her look like a Egyptian princess or whatever. But she's totally looking badass. She goes in there and gets in a fight with Michelle Rodriguez, which nothing against Rodriguez, but Ronda Rousey would destroy her.
Yeah.
But she knows that.
In this movie, or in this franchise, she's already gone one-on-one with Gina Carano.
Yeah, she's done it, and then it was a really good choreographed scene.
It was good.
When-
I was picturing, or I thought there was going to be a scene where their like high heels would get entangled, like in Rush Hour 2. Where like their legs they do like high kicks and their legs like get entangled.
That's a really specific thing.
I think it's because I just watched it on TV.
I love-
Rosalind Sanchez and wasn't Zhang Ji.
Zhang Zi.
Oh, was that
It had
her
to-
when they locked legs?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, though? You kind of know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was.
So that's what I was
prostituted or
picturing
something.
was going to happen in that fight.
You're like, where's the lock? Interlock heels. One of my favorite parts is when Ronda Rousey did a throw over her back, but she did the splits and threw Michelle Rodriguez over her back.
Yeah.
I was like, you got to do that in a fight for real. So Vin Diesel and Paul Walker go to the car. Paul Walker needs to get underneath the car to get to this computer. And so Vin Diesel just goes to the front of the car and just hulks out and picks up the goddamn car. Which makes the engine's in the back, so the heavy part of it is in the back, right?
Fine, yeah.
But still, I mean.
And then Paul Walker calls it out because he like goes in underneath the car, and then he comes back and goes, "You got this?"
Yeah. And Diesel's
He's like, "Yep."
I'm gonna pop a hernia right now. And Walker's under there working, and an alarm trips. Someone tripped the alarm because of the Ronda Rousey, right?
What's it called?
The windows start closing. The emergency metal shutters start coming down, except for the one in the window that goes down super, super slow for some fucking reason. The wall, there are walls that don't have anything on them, and the shutters are coming down in front of these walls.
Metal shutters reminiscent of The Purge.
The Purge, just a callback. There's another crossover. They're all in the same world. It's all in the same world.
They would be fantastic in that world.
Yeah. Oh my God, they would just kill everyone.
You can't touch them in that world.
I really want to see them cross over with the Avengers and see who'd win that fight.
Oh, they should do a crossover with something.
Well,
The Purge would be fun because the last Purge was very vehicle oriented.
Oh, that's true. And there was the big bus with
There
guns
was a
on
big,
it.
like ice cream truck with like a Gatling gun in the back of in the Purge.
No, that was a bus.
Oh, was it a bus?
Yeah, it was like a big fancy bus because they had computers and stuff in it.
Yeah.
That's it. Those are the same buses. The company that makes those buses are the same ones from the
Oh,
Purge.
that would be perfect.
We need to get a bus for the family.
It's whoever is against Kurt Russell in that world.
I need a
The
bus
rival to Kurt Russell.
to haul my family. That's my dad.
Is that your diesel?
Yeah. I need a family.
Not friends, family.
Family. Yeah, so they decide to drive. I mean, which was so cool because they get in the car and Vin Diesel makes the quick decision to just drive out of the fucking building, which is again one of the coolest. I was grabbing my balls. They went up into my body
They drove around that main room first
to build up speed.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
what it does.
they drove around the room to build up speed, and then he just drives it straight out of the window, which was a good thing you built up some speed because I know the car's fast, but
It's just,
and
like,
it
in
went
real
into the
life-
next window.
In real life, it would have just went out the window and just toppled over straight down.
they should do like one version when they just both.
Oh, if Paul Walker did not pass away in a car accident, they could have had that in like as a joke end credit tag of like just
Oh
the
my
car
God.
going over and over out of the window, like just tumbling down.
That would have been so inappropriate.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh.
He didn't die in a car accident. Next,
They
building.
go to the next building, and it's kind of an abandoned building, right? Or it's
Like it was being
the floor
built.
was still being built out, so no one was there, which would be a perfect place to stop. But this piece of shit $3 million car has no brakes.
Yep.
It's got a supercomputer in it,
Somehow it made
an
the jump-
aftermarket supercomputer.
it made the jump in perfect condition, but the brakes went out.
Brakes went out, and so he just leans into it, just like let's keep
It's
going.
going through the steel girders of the building.
Did it?
I'm pretty sure it did because I was like, my eyes the whole time were just like, seriously? And they're just ramming through the girders and they're exploding.
Yeah. The whole time I was just like, yes, keep going.
It's one of those like no brakes. That's just it's like speed. Just
It was
let's
fantastic.
Keep going.
Yeah,
Let's
well, you gotta go.
faster.
Well, don't stop now.
Yeah.
You've gone too far. So he guns the car, and they go through another one
The third building.
into a very expensive art exhibit,
Oh yeah.
which is really high up for an art exhibit. I don't know. I guess I just think of art exhibits as being low to the ground. I don't know why. That's the most unbelievable part of the movie to me.
How does it stop?
Oh, it doesn't. So
Oh, it
they go
doesn't. That's
through,
right. It
and
doesn't.
they've got those clay warriors from ancient China, which are just priceless.
Priceless.
They go through that. Luckily, do not kill a single person in the room. And then
Out the other side, they jump out.
Walker
The whole time
jumps out.
Walker is trying to get the God's Eye out, the flash drive out.
he's still focused on getting it out, and
And he rips through the bottom of the car with his bare hands.
he rips through it. He just keeps smashing it. Diesel tells him to get out, and he jumps out. It gets really close, and Vin Diesel just I guess
Is he
roll-
sliding towards the edge?
He's sliding towards the edge, and he just jumps out of the
Hang
car.
on. Does he like grab on? I don't remember.
I'm sure he does. You don't end a scene without someone grabbing on.
Probably does.
And then of course, take a breather. This car, they don't know where it's going. It might be landing on someone. That's the thing is these guys we're rooting for them because they're the good guys, but
They're
they
just
do
criminals.
have a reckless disregard for human life. They don't care about anyone except for family. They don't give a shit about anyone. They don't even check to see if anyone's okay down there.
I wish Diesel gave an I am Groot in that because it means the same thing. Like we are Groot. That's all we can say in every movie. Family.
Groot.
Groot.
He goes, so they take a breather. My first reaction was like, whew, you guys deserve a nap. Just take a nap.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
So now they have it. They have what they wanted. Go back to Kurt Russell and
In a garage in
Hey,
Arab.
okay, this is it. So here's the flash drive. Here you go, Kurt Russell. Here's your flash drive. This is the mission. Kurt Russell immediately
Immediately
hands it back to him.
immediately hands it back to him. And I
He
was
goes, "Do your
confused.
thing."
I was like, why didn't you
Yeah.
just plug it into the computer? Why hand it to him?
Plot
like-
getting in the way of plot. That was my whole thing. I was just like, why?
It was a gesture, like, here it is, and he goes, okay,
It was just
now you can use it. Now you can use it.
funny how it literally was like this, and then he hands it right back. Go ahead.
Go
You're
ahead,
up.
use
Like,
it.
you're up now.
They looked somewhat confused. I was very confused. I was like, wait, what just happened? Why are they just handing that back? Is it useless? I don't know. But so she plugs it in and boom, it's up. They already have the
Got
guts.
it back. Yeah, they got it back.
They've got it in the garage in Dubai. And Arab Adam Scott just comes up and he's like, all right, see you later. So this is my theory.
Yeah, they like kick him out. Yeah.
Yeah, and he just leaves, and that's the end of it. He was a good character as one of those like informant guys that hooks everything up. But could you understand a word he said? Because I couldn't understand
I
shit.
honestly don't remember anything he said in the movie except "I can get you in that party," but not dressed like that. That's the only thing I remember him saying.
That was iffy too, because I mean his accent was so thick. It was like I couldn't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's coming back in the next movie.
Oh, I think so.
I think he's coming back. What the prince is going to come back maybe to get revenge for stealing my car and my awesome tunes,
Oh God,
my playlist,
all my songs. Yeah,
my songs.
not my $3 million car. My songs.
I didn't back those up on the cloud.
Damn it! My cloud storage was full.
My cloud storage was full. I didn't want to pay the
I
extra
didn't
on iTunes.
upgrade. Why would you upgrade?
It was a sweet ass flash drive.
Oh God.
I have pictures on that. but
So they,
I have pictures of Jasmine's birthday party on that thing.
oh,
See,
what if Jasmine was his like ex-girlfriend?
oh my God, what if Jasmine
Yeah.
was the real royalty in the, she is the one that's in charge. It was her younger brother's birthday party. She's just ruthless with her amazing tits.
So maybe Jasmine and Adnan are going to be in the next one,
Adnan?
part of the team. We're going to go with Adnan. Adnan.
Adnan Scott?
Yeah.
Adnan's Pakistani. Oh my God.
Kumail.
Adnan Kumail
Kumail's
Scott.
just
But what happens next?
So they immediately use the God's Eye to find Statham.
In like 2 seconds.
And he's in Dubai?
Oh, he was at the prince's party.
Oh, he was at the party.
He was
yeah.
already there. Does
Oh,
Statham have
he
the fucking
was
God's
there.
eye?
He was there.
He was there. He shows up to the party.
They didn't need Kurt Russell to find.
Again, yeah. They didn't need the
don't need-
goddamn God's eye for sure. They could just stay in one spot.
Yep. They could have stayed at whoever's house
The
in LA.
fucking party.
No, they didn't need to do any of that stuff.
Why didn't they stay at that one twin's house? Stash Georgiana Brewster somewhere else, hang out with the twin and his army, the guy in the Dominican Republic, and
Oh,
his
yeah.
entire army. Just chill out with that and have, well, that wouldn't work because Statham does destroy entire armies.
We need to find out what the original plot of the movie was because it could all make sense. I mean, why it's just a clusterfuck of like, you got to go here to get here.
They made 3 right turns to make
They
a
went
left turn.
A long way around to get back to where they were.
It
But
should
they
have been
find
called
him.
Furious 7, 3 right turns.
He goes to an industrial plant. I guess.
Oh, yes. Just randomly goes
There is
to
a
an-
really cool scene there with Kurt Russell. So only Paul Walker and Vin Diesel go because he's like, the rest of these guys can't kill, so it's just me and you.
Right. When they've
It's just
been
me. And Paul
they've
Walker's
been
like,
just
I'm
killing people the entire time because of the bank vault in Fast
Oh, they
5.
killed so many innocent people in Fast 5.
They're just killing people. What about
So many
the tank scene?
the
People
tanks.
are dying all over the place in Fast
Crushing
6.
human beings in
Oh,
tanks.
destroyed. But yeah. So they go there. Go on.
And then they find him, and he's having dinner. Am I making this up?
Yeah.
He's having dinner by himself at a table.
Yeah. He's just eating a steak.
And he says something like, "This is all you brought for me." And then he has like, it was an ambush, basically.
Yeah, I think it was steak and risotto. No,
No.
I don't know. I just made that.
What's it?
It was steak au poivre.
It was quinoa. I think it was quinoa.
Quinoa. Oh, he's got to keep the
He's
protein up.
Pretty fit, yeah.
So yeah, it was an ambush with his own guys. Where did he?
I don't know where
he
he
has
got guys.
He's got guys. I don't know.
Guys, he doesn't
And-
need guys. From the first scene of the movie, he doesn't really need anybody.
I guess not. But he has guys in this one, and I was surprised they took a step back and narrowed the team down to 2 people and Kurt Russell. And I thought it wasn't going to be Paul Walker. They were like, oh, we need to do a smaller team. Right when they said that, I was like, oh, this is where
they get him out.
they don't have Paul Walker in there just to extend the movie a little bit longer. But no, he was in that.
Yeah.
He was in that scene.
He was in it. They get ambushed. They fight their way out because Kurt Russell was a badass.
Yeah, he turns into
that was a
Snake
cool
Plissken.
scene. That was a really cool scene.
Yeah, I didn't think he had that kind of action in him anymore.
He put night vision goggles on.
Yes, he's got like night vision. Yeah, sunglasses.
He was picking people off. He was picking everyone off. Like I think he might have had dual wielding
dual guns
pistons. Yeah. And then he gets shot, which I was not expecting.
Yes,
it was like he was taking everyone out, and I was just like, ah.
He got shot multiple times. He got shot in the back like a couple times too. He got shot
in the back.
He got shot like right here where the clavicle artery is. People always get shot there, and that's like a very bad place to get shot. He gets shot there, and then a couple times in the back, and I'm like, this guy's done for, unless he's wearing a bulletproof vest.
Yes.
Somehow they get him out of there.
But they lose the God's Eye.
Oh, they lost the God's Eye.
It's dropped on the ground. Paul Walker's about to go get it, and Vin Diesel's like, no, we got to get out of here. So Statham gets it back.
Yeah, why would you bring that thing with you?
Why would you bring it with you?
Why would you bring it? Why don't you have the comms, the people on an earphone and telling you where to go? Or why is that tablet that they have with them, why is their iPad not already have like an app that connects you to the God's Eye?
I never even thought about that. The God's Eye can be used from a centralized computer.
Yeah.
Yet they're holding it.
Yet they're holding it in their hand.
In their hand.
Attached to like a pad, or like an iPad or something.
You know what the God's Eye was in that scene? It was a Find My iPhone.
Yeah, it was the iPhone app.
That's all it was, because it was just...
That would be hilarious.
They were in the building Statham was in, but they were like, oh, we got to be specific exactly where it is.
That was the original plot.
Yeah.
Was they were going to sneak an iPhone onto Statham. They're going to switch out his iPhone, or at least turn on the Find My iPhone app on his thing, and then just follow him using that.
So they get him out. He's shot. He makes a call, or he's already made a call. He's in the car, and he's like, "Pull over, kid."
Yeah.
And I think it's like they don't want to leave him. Paul Walker doesn't want to leave him. He's like, "Oh, don't worry about me." And here comes like a stealth Apache helicopter.
Yeah. It was like a helicopter. It comes out of nowhere.
It was filmed like I didn't know who the director was going in, and I knew it was different just from the way the film looked. But specifically that scene where Kurt Russell's like laying back, he's already shot, and then you see the helicopter come in with the sun. I was like, yeah, this is someone different.
And it looks like it looked like it was in a studio with a backdrop, not even a green screen. It was just a painted backdrop in a studio.
Yeah.
He leans up against some foam rocks.
I mean, that's probably what it was, but
oh, it really looked like that. But yeah, the thing comes out of nowhere and takes him. It was very much like a Wild West shot. He was like in the desert. And they just leave him.
Sets
like, yeah, you're good, right?
He'll come back in Fast 8.
Yeah.
Bruce 8, and he'll be the new guy. I don't know if he's a good guy.
Yeah, like I was saying, he's got to be.
Oh, I guess he's
They're like buddies now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, Vin Diesel said this was a setup to set him up for a much bigger thing. And I was like, was it supposed to be like a teaser? Because that's a really long setup for a bigger thing. How big? He took up 2/3 of the movie.
He's actually credited as Mr. Nobody, is his name in the movie.
It's sad.
Doesn't have anybody.
Don't pay attention to him. He's just he's a nobody.
He's a nobody. So what happens?
He's Jeremy Nobody.
What happens now that they lost the God's Eye again and they decide to go back to L.A.?
Oh, you know who the Jason Statham's guys were? It was what's his name? The guy from Amistad.
Jaimin Hunsu.
It was Jaimin Hunsu's guys. Remember, he goes, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend."
Oh yeah,
because Jaimin Hunsu was the one that was his bus that they hijacked. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And
so is Jaimin Hunsu on the level of Kurt Russell, or is he still one guy below him? Like, in terms of this war that they've walked into?
He was like Kurt Russell's nemesis, kind of.
Yeah.
He was Kurt Russell's target.
Was he like equal to Kurt Russell, but on opposite sides, or was he still one henchman down and we don't know who's up here yet against Kurt Russell?
Oh, I don't know. I think I think he had a boss.
I think he has a boss because he wouldn't be flying a helicopter in L.A. if he was the boss.
I mean, maybe he's a hands-on guy.
Maybe.
You know, you can't... No one will do it better than you. You know, you can do it yourself. But he is also the most powerful man in terms of a privatized military in the entire world. Like, who gets this? How did he get a Predator drone?
Yeah.
I don't think the United States has a VTO, vertical takeoff and landing
With
Predator drone that comes out of a goddamn helicopter
unlimited missiles.
with unlimited missiles. Yeah. Where does he get the helicopter? Where did he get this bus from? And the technology that's already in place, the infrastructure to use the God's Eye.
Did we walk into Mask?
It is Mask. He's the guy
We
from.
might have
What was the name of them? Venom?
Venom.
It was Venom was the bad guy in Mask.
Yeah.
Not the Eric Stoltz movie.
No. That's a totally different. That's a totally different movie. Talk about Mr. Nobody.
Oh. Look at my face.
Oh God.
So, yeah, they head back to LA where they could have stayed the entire time. But, they racked up a lot of frequent flyer miles, so that's good.
Go back to LA.
They go back to their town, and it's one of those where they're standing on a mountain road overlooking LA.
That's a callback to number 1 too.
Oh, really?
The first scene in Fast and Furious 1 where you meet Paul Walker, he's in his green Eclipse and he is doing his own. He's practicing the quarter-mile race. Shifting.
On the curvy road?
No, it seems like he's like on a road, but when he stops, if you go back and watch one, I've seen one so many times, like I knew exactly that was the callback to that scene. When he stops, he gets out, he's on that mountain, looking over the city.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember that part, but that's him by himself.
Yeah, it was him by himself in the car. I don't even think he stopped. I think he just he didn't go as fast as he wanted to, and he goes shit, and he hits the steering wheel, and the car is on that road.
So he didn't go as fast as he wanted to, but he got furious.
He did.
Because he didn't go fast.
That's when he was just an undercover
Right.
Was he
FBI
a police
agent.
officer or FBI agent?
Yeah. So they go there and they're driving around the streets of LA.
But the plan is to keep Ramses away because they can't use the God's Eye without Ramses because she locked them out of it?
No, they're using the God's Eye. They were using the God's Eye. See, this is one thing that I thought that was good. They did have a lot of shit going on in it, but I felt like the James Wan, the director, actually really juggled it pretty well. I mean, I was able to follow what was going on. Apparently not you. I'm just kidding.
No, it was just so...
It was discombobulated a little bit. It was muddy because there were a lot of people, a lot of moving parts.
Yeah,
but I thought he got the point through.
Looking back on it, I was like, yeah, they did a really good job knowing that there's CGI Paul Walker in this movie now. But they're keeping Ramses away for what reason then? If they can use the God's Eye.
Because someone wanted to kill. I think they wanted to take out Ramsey. They wanted to kill her. And Statham wanted to kill all of them, but they needed to take Ramsey out. I don't know but she was trying to hack into the God's Eye.
Oh yeah, so they had to.
So
be
she had to be within range.
Her laptop had to be within range of
the helicopter that the God's Eye was in. I have no idea they knew that where the.
How did they know?
I don't know.
The helicopter was going to have the God's Eye in it.
I don't know how they knew that the helicopter had the God's Eye.
And then why is the God's Eye not in a centralized computer?
Again, the God's Eye was not thought through very well because it's only a portable device. It does not work that well, actually. It works, but it's just not practical. It lends itself to getting stolen quite a bit.
This is more of a, now that we're talking about it again, none of it makes sense. But okay, fine.
Now that we're talking about it, I guess I didn't realize how bad the God's Eye was. But yeah, they're keeping it. They're playing keep away, and so they all split up in their cars.
They're playing keep away, but keeping close to hack it so they get it back. I don't remember.
So they can shut it down.
Take control and shut it down.
They can take control of it, lock them out, and use it themselves.
It's one of those classic downloading bars.
Yeah. I'm almost there.
Very video game where you have to stay close to a helicopter until this thing downloads while you have to avoid a drone. A Terminator drone.
Oh, and then this big ass drone that has vertical takeoff landing capabilities just drops out of the helicopter and starts chasing someone else. Because they split into multiple, 3 ways or something like that. And one, I think the Predator drone is following Michelle Rodriguez, whoever Ramsey is with. At first it was Paul Walker.
First it was Paul Walker.
And then
they did a handoff.
Yeah, he hands her off to Michelle Rodriguez. And the last handoff when handed her off to like Ludacris was just a Ludacris handoff, which was amazing.
Wait, were they not? Did they not hand her off the first time through the car too? I remember they did one through the window. I think that was to.
The other one was when both cars were coming at each other, and then they started spinning.
Did they do like
together?
A door?
Yeah, and then they had her jump through the window of the car in between the cars as they were spinning around at full speed. That was awesome.
But that
was so
belongs
cool.
in a Fast and Furious movie because you just are like, these are exceptional drivers. Like, these are the best drivers ever.
Well, they're superhuman
Yeah.
with a lot of luck. They're superhuman timing. That's why they would kick ass against the Avengers. They
So
would really
this
hold
whole time, the drone is destroying LA.
just fucking it up. Oh, this is one thing. They're in downtown LA.
No cops. Oh, how are you driving around in downtown LA?
That's your hang up. Where's the
LA?
Yeah,
Where's
they're
the
weaving in and out of traffic,
I
kind
was
of.
just there last fall. It was impossible to get around.
Oh, what was this? A weekend? I don't. How did this attack helicopter get within LA airspace without like raising some sort of red flag? I think the FAA or someone must have like, hey, there's an unidentified attack helicopter here, and then a drone, and there are no police officers
Not
anywhere
one
near
siren.
alerted to this shooting or whatever until one of them speeds by a cop, and then the cop's like, hold on. I clocked that one going a little fast. I think they ran a red light. Then he starts following him.
That's right.
Not the huge war that's going on over there. And then the cops start following them.
But then they catch on. Jaimin Hunsu catches on that she's tracking them, so they take out a radio tower or like a TV station tower or something like that, where an entire building is shot by a drone.
Like the whole building comes falling down.
And
then Michelle Rodriguez, while she still has that girl, the Ramsey, drives through a tunnel. The drone fucking follows them. Oh, and then you see the great part when the
wait. We forgot about what happens to The Rock. Like, he gets a call, right? He gets a call and he's sitting in his hospital bed.
No,
finally.
Doesn't he just see the explosion out of the window?
He's watching the news.
He's watching the news and he sees an explosion out the window.
To his right and sees the explosion that was on the news. It was like hell's breaking loose in L.A.
Right.
Looks to his right out the window. The building explodes.
And like he's got to be Toretto, or his daughter says that.
What does he do? He looks to his daughter. Daddy's got to go to work.
Daddy's got to go to work.
And I saw this from the preview, and I go, Brienne, this is fucking amazing. What flexes out of the cast?
He flexes out of the cast. He just goes, Daddy goes to work, and just flexes and breaks the cast. I was like, that guy is the most badass person in the world.
Flexes out of the cast and
takes
in
off.
an ambulance.
He gets in an ambulance.
Yep.
And he's going over the bridge. That's going over the tunnel that Michelle Rodriguez
has
was.
the most perfect timing ever, which I also think is fine in these movies because they're perfect precision drivers.
Precision drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah. They taught
They've used that before.
they taught The Rock how to do it in a fucking ambulance.
In an ambulance.
He's outrunning a Predator drone. Somehow figures out
the drone is following Michelle Rodriguez's car in the tunnel. She gets out of the tunnel. The drone comes out of the tunnel.
As the drone's coming out.
As The Rock's ambulance lands on the drone.
Yeah, he just goes, fuck it. And he just guns it and just dives the ambulance off the bridge right into the
I wonder if
Predator drone.
Did he know the drone was following her, or was that just happened to be? Like, that's where he's like, I'm just going to follow her, but this is the easiest way to follow her. I'm just going to jump off this.
Right. Oh, I don't know how he knew that. It's a pretty long tunnel.
Yeah.
I don't know how he knew that they were even in the tunnel.
I don't think he saw it at any other point.
He's like, you know what? I'm just going to jump this thing off a bridge and we'll see what happens.
We'll see where it goes.
Something.
If anything, it's going to look cool.
It'll look like I did something great. I'll just walk out of it. I fucking ripped my own arm out of a cast. I can do this.
You sit in the fucking hospital for 90% of the movie.
Right. He's got horrible internal injuries while he gets out of this car. Goes up to the Predator drone.
Rips the camera out? Doesn't he look through the camera? It's like
he shoots the camera with his big python, his big gun. And then he rips the minigun out of it.
Oh, yeah.
He rips the Gatling gun, minigun out of the Predator drone. Which I don't know. They always do that in movies, but I don't know. Do they have like a regular trigger
I
on
never
those
thought they
things?
did either. Yeah,
Aren't they like electrically wired to triggers? So yeah, he rips that out.
but they always do that.
Oh, in every movie.
Yeah.
But Ramsey goes, "Who's that?"
She goes, "That's Hobbs."
That's Hobbs. And doesn't he say like something?
A helicopter comes in, and she goes, "Hobbs, you bring the cavalry," and he goes, "Woman, I am the cavalry."
Oh.
And then she like
Hobbs is
smiles and was like, "Of course you are," or something like that.
If he wasn't so awesome, people would be like, "That guy's a fucking misogynist." He calls everyone
on their,
woman.
On their tour, on their like press tour, and he was making the rounds on the talk show. He was on Fallon, and he said, "I love these movies basically for the fact that I can't say that line in any other movie I do."
What? Woman?
Like, woman. Yeah, like he goes, "I love Hobbs because I can do that." Then he takes out the helicopter, doesn't he, with the Gatling gun? I think he takes.
Somehow they're back. Like, yeah, they're in the
He's
city
in a
somehow,
firefight,
coming at the helicopter, which is
just
shooting
standing
at him.
standing in the middle of the road with his Gatling gun, and the helicopter shooting at him. And I don't really remember how that ends.
He just keeps shooting at him, and he kills people. But the way they get out, so.
He killed the
Over
pilot.
to Vin Diesel. He ends up
yeah,
at a
yeah.
parking structure with Statham, and they go back to what they did the first time and play chicken. Oh, Vin Diesel went home. Somehow that gigantic bomb that
didn't
blew
touch
up the entire house into splinters. There was fucking toothpicks laying on the ground.
Uh,
Shed out back, totally fine.
yep.
Not touched. Goes into the shed and call back to
Soul
the first
car.
movie.
Yeah.
Gets his car, the
yeah.
GTO, wasn't it?
It's the car that he worked on with his dad, right? Like this is the car in the movie.
Yeah, with a gigantic engine sticking
Yeah,
out
yeah,
of
yeah.
it. And April goes, "What? Why do they need that thing sticking out of it? Is that really going to help that much?" Apparently it does. It's got like 1,000 horsepower torque or something.
Supercharger, yeah.
And he takes that, and that's what he uses to go hunt down Jason Statham.
Top of it's like a 3-story parking garage, right?
Yeah, it was not a really tall parking garage at all.
It was kind of like, I wonder if that was a callback to the parking garages from Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift, because they had to drift in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that might be.
I don't know how you're drifting in that car, but I mean, they did. Someone did. Some stuntman did. So they get to the top, and then they end up in chicken
Another
position
game of
again.
chicken.
And again, they just gun it at each other.
They go like this.
No one flips. Yeah. Vin Diesel's car is known for being able to pop a wheelie.
Yeah.
And from the first movie, it pops a wheelie. And so what he does is just gun it and pops a
You
wheelie.
should get that fixed. That always happens once he guns it. I don't
Really?
think that helps. Like, I'm not a racer or anything, but I don't think that helps with like speed, like time.
If anything, I think it would hinder your time.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Dragsters, you see them. The
Dragsters do that, but they
do
have
it.
the big wheels in the back for a reason, and then they have nothing in the front. I don't know.
That's
maybe
true.
that is. Maybe it does help.
It's very unaerodynamic.
Anyways, well, he ends up on top of Statham's car. They're both
Yeah.
perfectly fine still, and the car is fine in perfect condition.
His
Vin Diesel's car.
Vin Diesel's car, which is a beautiful car,
Pristine.
popped a wheelie, lands on top of another car, and I don't remember what car that was that Statham was driving. It was like,
Probably an Aston Martin, or I'm surprised they didn't give him an Audi.
yeah, they should have done that.
Or was that too much of like, oh, he's the transporter? What I said when the tag from the end mid-credit scene from Fast 6, when he came out and they showed that he's the one that killed Han in Tokyo, and Statham came out, like the entire movie theater like erupted.
Oh,
And then
I lost
turned-
my mind.
I turned to Moy and I go, the fucking transporter is gonna be in the next movie?
There's so many crossovers.
You should. Oh, they could cross over with that. But yeah, if they gave him an Audi,
That would have
I'm
been
surprised they didn't give him an Audi.
appropriate. Was it an
But,
R8? Was he driving an R8?
If I was an Aston Martin,
Oh, one of them had an R8 when they were in Dubai.
one of them had an R8.
By the way, don't you? I know that people that have nice cars, they like to drive their cars, but don't you like kind of get bored every once in a while just driving by yourself? Because I'd be like, why don't you come here and sit shotgun? Let's instead
Someone
of
was
everyone taking their own car.
in the Dubai shot with all those supercars. Diesel was in a Dodge, but I don't know what Dodge it was.
Yeah, he had a Charger.
Was it a Charger?
Yeah, he had a Charger,
was like,
and
oh,
everyone else had Lamborghinis.
There was multi-million-dollar cars there, and he drove his.
Dodge Charger, 4-door Dodge Charger.
I think it looked like it was like off the showroom, like just went in there and he just get. Oh, we don't have much money left after we bought these. Oh,
No,
okay.
so
Fist fight.
Oh God, I freaked out on that when they get out and start fighting.
It looks like, and this was another one where the director, you can tell like that's his style. It kind of had a stylistic vibe to it. It looked like a fighting game, especially when they were running towards each other.
Yes. Well, this time Statham's got the gun and he points it at Vin Diesel and Diesel goes, "What, you thought this was gonna be a gunfight?
Groot.
Family Groot." And and the guy is like, "I don't know, whatever." He goes, "No," and he throws his gun.
Yeah.
Statham throws his gun, and he's got one bar, like a crowbar or something.
He's got a huge ass wrench and a crowbar, and he kind of does like a nunchuck move too.
Vin
It
Diesel
looks
does.
badass. Yeah.
Diesel's got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's doing like Arnis sticks.
Yeah.
And then Statham's got one bar, but then he just reaches to like the hood of the car and gets some bar.
I think he rips the fender off.
Like he's got a bar of something.
Yeah.
From
It looks like a jagged piece of the car, and he's
Right.
just holding it.
so now he has two Arnis sticks. And I was like, "What the shit?" And then they take off running at each other.
And it was like Neo and Agent Smith from the Matrix running towards each other. That's what it reminded me of. 'Cause
Yeah.
They kind of jumped at each other.
Jumped at each other in slow motion, wasn't it? And then they proceeded to have an Arnis stick fight.
But it wasn't like they weren't. It wasn't like they were blocking each other. They were like getting hit, right? They were actually getting hit with wrenches.
They were blocking and getting hit with. I know this isn't like a small wrench. These are huge
30-inch wrench.
Yeah, these are massive wrenches. And they beat the crap out of each other. And I can't remember what happens, but somehow the parking structure gives out.
Doesn't the helicopter that The Rock was shooting at crash into the parking structure? Or am I completely making that up?
No, because Diesel gets in his car and ramps. Remember, he like gets in his car after Statham gets stuck in the parking structure. After he has an entire parking structure fall on top of him, and he's just like underneath it going.
But that's why the parking structure is falling, is because the helicopter crashed into it.
No, because then Diesel like gets in his car, and that's what I was like, oh, he's still able to hit a ramp, and then he jumps the car for
Like
some
the parking
reason.
structure is collapsing, and Diesel's outrunning the collapse.
Something like that.
It seems
and then
like
he
if
jumps
that
the
didn't
car,
happen, that should have happened, because it seems like that's the kind of movie that is.
and then he jumps the car in very
Into the
deliberately.
helicopter.
Oh, because Statham dropped a whole bag of grenades.
Yes.
Here's another thing. Like, how did they coordinate this? They don't have earpieces. Statham dropped a bag of grenades. Somehow Diesel jumps the fucking car and drops down in a really like a horrific car crash.
Wait,
like this guy's dead.
Does he grab the grenades?
And then you like it goes back to the shot of the helicopter and there's a bag of grenades hanging there. And I don't know how anyone
like
even
you knew, like he knew he was gonna be short, so it wasn't gonna be crashing into the helicopter.
Yeah.
So
So
it was like he knew he was gonna fall short, but then you're like the grenades,
yeah.
and then you like threw them up and they landed on the helicopter somehow.
on like the leg of the
The
helicopter.
helicopter.
And I don't know how, with everything going on, and The Rock has still got his guns, and he's out of bullets on the minigun. But with everything going on, somehow Jaimin Hunsu knows, I think he knows that there's a bag of grenades there. I don't know how you see it. But The Rock is able to know. It was like an alley-oop, basically. Vin
Maybe it
Diesel's
zoomed in.
dying.
Did it zoom into Jaimin Hunsu's eyes? Like it was like, and then he looked at the grenade and zoomed out to the grenade bag.
and The Rock pulls out his pistol. He pulls out his six-shooter.
Yeah, God. I
And then, I don't know how he knew that Diesel was going to drop that bag of grenades, and he's like,
precision driving.
yeah. And then he just shoots it, and it blows up, kills Jaimin Hunsu, and then that falls down.
So he is dead. Jaimin Hunsu is dead.
Well, I don't know. He's got to be. He was in an exploding helicopter, but then
Considering
again,
how you can come back to life in this next scene, maybe he's not dead.
right?
So
because
so
the
Vin
parking
Diesel
structure-
falls off of a 3-story parking structure where he's fallen off of probably 4,000 feet down a mountain in a car
right
earlier
earlier
in
in the movie.
He's been hit twice in a game of chicken. He was in a wrench fight 5 minutes. Maybe it was a total aggregate of all that stuff that was going on that he's now passed out and presumed dead.
Well, he did take a straight up nosedive into the ground.
Yeah,
In that movie.
it was
maybe
funny.
that's why he talks like that. That's part of the character, is because he's got really bad constant whiplash, like severe whiplash and migraines. Just like, oh, my neck really hurts.
It
What were
was
you
funny.
saying?
I have to watch it again because I thought it was funny the way the car fell down the parking structure. It was like it looked like a model set, so it kind of was like this, and it kind of
This is the part. It's just the Hot Wheels.
just so generic. And then it kind of landed like this and fell down at the very end. And then the rest of the team comes up to him, they pull him out, and they're like, "He's not breathing." And
Right.
Paul Walker's gonna do CPR on him.
Yeah, don't do that because he might have a spinal injury.
I wonder if this was CGI Paul Walker at that point.
Oh, that's true.
This is the very end of this movie.
Yeah, they film shit out of sequence. I don't know.
I don't know. So he's trying to save his life, and Michelle Rodriguez goes, "No,"
No, don't
Stop.
do it. Let him go.
and she's holding him, kind of like cradles him, holds him, and I was like, "Oh God!" And then she tells him, "I remember everything." There's a little montage of, we find out they're married.
Yes, because she goes through her. All of a sudden, she remembers everything that she had a. That was a really slight like subplot that they would just come to randomly. That she still has amnesia and doesn't remember anything, and Vin Diesel's not saying anything, wanting her to remember everything herself. And then go ahead. She said,
I know it's just funny. She was like,
remember
"Don't
everything."
save him. I remember everything." Holding him, and he finally says, "It's about time." He's
about
very
time.
LeBron. He's very LeBron James. "It's about damn time."
"It's about damn time." Oh,
And
Gino said that in his speech at my wedding.
Yeah, that's how I ended the speech at this wedding. I went like this in the movie there. I threw hands. I was like, "Are you serious right now?"
What, you don't believe in the power of love can save his life? And in the flashback sequences, we find out nobody knew that they were married. But I didn't know. I don't know how they knew after that they were married, because it's not like she said that. She didn't say, "I remember us getting married." I don't think she said that, because everyone reacted like they knew that they got married.
Oh, really?
They're like, "Oh, I didn't know you were married."
We all knew that.
We can see inside your mind's eye.
No, I don't remember anymore. Maybe I just didn't look at the screen when my hands were in the air because I was just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
This whole time, maybe I think Ramsey's just going, "What's going on?
I just met you guys. I don't know.
Who are you people?"
Is that Roadblock?
Yes, he looked very much like The Rock. Looked exactly like Roadblock. Oh, someone was telling me they saw something on like BuzzFeed, one of those things on BuzzFeed, and they were talking about how this kids of like this recent generation that are so young that they know The Rock, but they don't know that The Rock was a wrestler.
Oh, wow.
That's what he was. That's what he was famous for. I'm just wondering what these kids are thinking about this guy. And why does he go by The Rock? What? How come this random actor
Is that his name?
They just call him The Rock. What movie was he The Rock in?
That's awesome, though.
What is this asshole yet?
I should ask Jonah. I'm going to ask my nephew if he knows who this guy is.
If he knows The Rock?
Yeah. He just randomly knows, like he's in so much pop culture that he's just The Rock to like a 4-year-old will know who The Rock is. That's it. So he's up. Not a scratch on him, right? Diesel?
He's a little dirty. Maybe
Dirty.
he got a bloody lip or something, but other than the severe whiplash, which he definitely has, and some sort of internal injuries.
Still no cops at the scene.
No.
Right?
There were a lot of cops killed. I know that in the movie. There were definitely cops that were drawn into head-on traffic and just had their cars demolished, and they're dead.
Yeah.
They're just they kill police officers with they don't care
But
about that.
in the other movies, they were getting pardons for participating, like helping out the government. Like what happens in this movie? Like where do they go from here?
They're working for the government.
Kurt Russell is the government?
He's somehow he's like high up,
like secret government,
secret
secret warriors. He's like Shield.
He is Shield. That's how they're gonna link him.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's part of the second Shield.
Yeah.
Or
Shield
he's
with the
the
shield.
third Shield. So that brings us to the final sequence.
This is the best part of the movie.
This is the part that we're talking about this now, but I just saw, I think yesterday or the day before, Furious 7 that has beaten out Avatar and the Avengers in terms of it's gotten to $1 billion
Yeah.
faster than any other than those movies. It's
That's
already racked up $1
insane.
billion, which is unreal. And do you think they would have been able to do that without if
I think it's
Paul
a lot
Walker
of the
had
Paul.
not?
I think it's a lot. Has a
Passed.
lot to do with Paul Walker, and I noticed on Facebook that a lot of my friends have seen it multiple times just for that end scene. I was like, well, you can look it up on YouTube. Like, it's out there. You don't have to watch the whole thing over again. But yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it.
And I think the way they let go of Paul Walker was a classy, really classy way. I was worried the whole movie you're waiting for him to die, and they put him in really the most precarious
I
positions.
was waiting
Specifically, him by himself in the most precarious positions. Like, this guy's gonna die. And I don't know how before they started this whole LA thing, what was the plot gonna be? Because he was really saying goodbye to Jordana Brewster and goodbye to his kid.
unless that was not. No, that had to be him, right? That had to be
No, that was
actual-
him. That was really him
because
talking.
the movie sets itself up to like he wants to get back into the action, but the natural plot of that movie is at the end I'm going to realize I can't do this anymore because I have a family. Like that is the
Right.
natural thing
Yeah.
that you would think. So
Yeah.
that was how the movie should have ended anyway.
But it's eerie. It's like
Yeah,
it's eerie that he
super
says
eerie.
he's saying goodbye to her.
Oh, and they also said at Han's funeral, no more funerals.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
And this leads to April's theory that
Oh, that Paul Walker's alive.
Paul Walker's alive and he faked his death.
That's just cruel.
And I was like, but he doesn't, like Notorious B.I.G. I could see that really. I mean, I could see it happening.
Yeah.
Just because he
Tupac.
he wanted to get out of the spotlight. Tupac wanted to get out of the spotlight. Michael Jackson, I could see him doing that. I mean, he was crazy enough to do shit like that. But I was like, Paul Walker he wasn't being hounded constantly, or he wasn't.
I don't think that was a problem.
I don't think, but I don't know. They set
And
it
I
up
also
so
don't think anyone's
perfectly.
trying to kill him. Like I think Biggie and Tupac had guys like trying to kill them.
Right. I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe the movie lends itself to a lot of conspiracy theories.
the ending was perfectly set up. So it should have gone the way it was. He's gonna leave the team,
Right.
and so you're on the beach with the remaining team. Is Ramses there? I didn't notice. Is she on the beach with them? They didn't zoom into her on her.
I don't know if she
Might
was
have
on the
been.
beach. It would have been awkward though to put her on the beach. I don't know. If she was, then it was awkward.
She's got to be on the next team.
She should be. They've got to bring a bunch of people back. They've
She
got
had
to bring
chemistry with Ludacris.
She did. She had chemistry with Ludacris. I like the thing with the two of them, Ludacris and
They're like Fitzsimmons.
Tyrese also trying to
Yeah,
compete
yeah,
for her affections. But Ludacris and Ramsey are Fitzsimmons. But
You see the first shot. This is where it's obvious they used Paul Walker's brother.
right.
They're all watching him play with his son. And is there a second kid already in that scene?
Inside of Jordana Brewster.
No. Is she like fake pregnant like she was at the end of the fifth one?
It would have been awkward because it wasn't that long.
No.
She was not that far away.
No.
Yeah, so
Well,
he's playing with his
it's
kid.
brothers playing, and they all. I think someone says something like, "It's not going to be the same."
Right.
And then every every eye in the audience is just like welling up.
Like crazy. And
Yeah,
It was
you
like-
could feel it. You could feel it.
I can feel it right now. It gives me goosebumps. I love the way it was set up because they're talking about him in the scene, but it's obvious that they're talking about him in real life
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and saying like this is where he should be and we'll see him again. Like
The
this
song's
isn't
playing.
goodbye.
The Wiz Khalifa song's playing.
Yeah. Oh God, I love that song. I
You
love that
think
song.
it sounds like Sam Smith.
Yeah, I feel like they wanted to get Sam Smith and they put this other guy in there. I don't know who he is.
The guy I watched the music video. The guy looks like Rick Astley. He's like this pale ass redheaded guy on a piano.
I wonder if it's. I mean, I thought it was a studio musician that they like just had him sing the track and they were going to put Sam Smith in there, but Sam Smith's like, I don't know, I'm going to cry. They performed it on The Voice, but it was Chris Jameson who actually sounded better than that guy that's actually on the track.
Oh yeah, I think
Chris
so.
Jameson was like third place
Okay.
last season of The Voice, and they had him perform it with Wiz Khalifa.
Is that the young guy with the shaved head?
Yeah, with like the buzzed head.
He's either from
He's from
where
Pittsburgh.
I am.
He's
Yeah,
from
I was gonna say,
Pittsburgh.
I think he was from where I am.
Because there's a girl that just got kicked off this week, and she was from Pittsburgh too.
okay.
This part really made me tear up. Was Vin Diesel gets in a car and he takes
leaves.
off,
Yeah.
just leaves to go on a drive like in
Well,
the
don't they
desert.
say like you're not even going to say goodbye? And he goes, I don't need to.
Yeah,
like that?
I don't need to. He's like, we don't. Are you not going to say goodbye? And something like, no, I'll see him later or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he takes off, and then he stopped at a crossroads. He stopped at a crossroads. It's very symbolic. And Paul Walker pulls up, and it turns to him. And he's like, "You're not going to say goodbye," and he's all smiling, and that's really CG.
That's either really CG or they took a scene. It looks like it could have been from another scene. You know how they always, every time they're at
Yeah.
the 1 mile mark or at their stoplight, they always look at each other and kind of.
Yeah,
It looks like it's one of those. Too.
I think it's a combination of the two.
Yeah.
And they had to change it up to make it match the scene, the colors, and make it look better because it's probably from like an older movie. or
Yeah.
something.
You
But,
can tell it's kind of grainy
Yeah.
in his face.
But it still looked good, and
Oh, yeah.
it worked in the scene.
God.
And so they go take off
The camera
running.
pans out.
Yeah, they take off driving and they pan out. They put. I don't want to say this, but Paul Walker is in the wrong lane of traffic. He's in oncoming traffic. And I was like, oh man, I hope he doesn't die in this part. That would be really inappropriate. There's like a truck just comes and plows his car. I don't know.
Does it?
I might end up cutting that part out of the podcast.
I guess he is in the wrong lane until they get to the split, until they get to the Y, and then he's in his own lane, in the right lane.
He's on the left side, and then the camera pans out and does an overhead shot.
And then
then
the
Vin
road
Diesel
that
keeps
Paul
going
Walker's
straight.
on, the road that Paul Walker's on fades into nothing. You can see that it kind of just goes over a hill and there's nothing there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
then
they split up, and
And
Diesel
then
keeps
you
going
see
straight.
the
and
explosion.
Walker's-
You see the
Oh
explosion.
no! Oh my god! And you hear a semi's horn. What?
And it was
Shit.
Vic Mackey at the end of Sons of Anarchy.
He hit Jax and
and
Vic
Jack
Mackey.
and Paul Walker.
Crossover.
That was by far the best part of that movie for me.
Oh yeah, and the songs playing
good
throughout the whole
everything.
thing. It was
Yeah.
it was beautiful. It was beautifully done. And then they go into the montage of all of Paul
yeah.
Walker's montage from the movies. Like you're like, God, I can't believe how long these movies have been around.
Paul Walker had frosted tips in the first one.
Oh my God! And like he had Justin Timberlake in sync
Yeah.
hair.
yeah.
Yeah, he had like the curly frosted tips. What was that? Like 90,
The first one was 2001,
2001,
maybe 2000, 2001, I think.
2000. I feel like Vin Diesel should have been saying "smoke 'em." Like that should have been his tagline in all the
yeah.
movies. But God, it's been around for 14 years.
Yeah.
Jesus,
I watched the first one in Hilton Head. It might have been 2000.
that's amazing. I mean, that's pretty cool that this thing has been around for that long, and it's not slowing down at all. It's
2001. It's 2001.
the thing's picking up steam. They're making more and more money every day, every installment of the
The
movie.
movie has made $1 billion. When did they renegotiate their contracts? Because that was the first thing I thought of. I was like, how do you not get 20 million Vin Diesel for this next movie?
What does he not get 20 million?
I don't know.
I bet he got a whole buttload of money.
Unless they have like a deal on the back end, what they make.
Oh man, I don't know. They definitely like after 5 for sure. I mean, they're like, 5 made a buttload of money.
So-
6 made even more money, I think.
I just found this out that he was not in 2 or 3, correct?
Who?
Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel was not in 2.
And he was only
And he
in
made
the post-credit sequence of
post-credit
3.
3. And that was they wanted him to continue the franchise. They were like, it dropped off from 1 to 2. It dropped off, and from 2 to 3, they were like, it's going to drop off again because we don't even have Paul Walker. So they went to Vin Diesel and said, we want you to come back and head this franchise for the next trilogy, or whatever it was going to be. And he said, all right, I'll be in the tag for the 3rd one if you give me funding or green light. What's the movie he does? Not Perfect Dark.
Pitch Perfect is what we were trying to say?
Perfect. He just loves acapella.
Family.
He did sing the song on the MTV Movie Awards. Did you watch that?
What song?
That song. See you.
Whoa,
Again.
hold on a second. Yeah, he said I'll do the movie if you what?
If you let me do, I don't know. Pitchback, whatever the second one is. Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah, Chronicles of Riddick.
I guess it's a book series.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he was super obsessed with that. He's a big geek, and that's why he was so into. I want to be in a Marvel movie. I want to be Groot. I want to be. I guess he wants to be in the Inhumans.
Wait, that's still a possibility?
I think like how Tyrese and Vin Diesel are just trying to get themselves into these movies. The Rock is Shazam, right? Or Black Adam. He's Black Adam. Tyrese wants to be Green Lantern, and Vin Diesel wants to be Black Bolt.
But he's already Groot.
Yeah, but it's just voice.
I know, that's true.
And then Black Bolt doesn't speak.
Doesn't really talk. Yeah.
He kind of looks like, and Black Bolt's just a big guy with a shaved head. Could be very easily Black Bolt. But
did you know that he has a shaved head? Doesn't he always have that thing on his head?
He takes it up.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. It's like a costume.
Is he an alien?
He's he's like Sky.
See, I thought the Inhumans were a race from an alien race.
The Inhumans. We can talk about this on the next one.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on the next one.
Yeah. So he got that funded. He wanted that. So like that's why he was in the second Riddick movie. And they were like, okay, fine, you can agree to be on the rest of the Fast and Furious. He's like, yeah, let me do that movie. So yeah, I don't know. I thought that was just. I was like, oh, that's why he wasn't in 2 or 3 because they were planning to go forward with Paul Walker.
How much do you think Fast and Furious made worldwide box office?
First one?
Yeah.
That was a popular movie. I'm gonna say like 160. Oh, worldwide?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. Maybe double that. 300?
206 million.
No, 206.
512,310. Second, Fast and Furious 2. What do you think that made?
Gosh,
more or less?
Probably more.
236 million.
Okay.
Tokyo Drift.
It's just gonna keep going up, right?
157.
Nah.
That was the more maligned one.
I like that movie. Like a lot of people hate that because it doesn't fit with the normal core group, but I like the movie.
I like the movie. I liked it better than 2. That 2 is. If you watched 2 recently, I saw a scene with Paul Walker and what's his name and Tyrese walking into a club. It looked really cheap.
But
It looked so cheap.
I remember the first race in that was completely CGI.
Oh Jesus!
Like when you see the 4 cars like going around turns, it looks bad.
Oh my God!
But
I don't remember that. I'm gonna have to watch it again. I'll watch it with Ian because I'm gonna make him watch all of them.
Oh yeah.
So I like the Devin Aoki in that one. I just like Devin Aoki. I think she's hot as hell. Okay, so number 4. See, number 4, I barely remember. Like, really, I have it. So that actually made $363 million.
Forgettable, but that was because Diesel's back. So you're like, I think they actually the poster to that was same. No.
Same fast time, same furious channel.
No, it was one of those like old parts, new car or something like that. Like they made a reference to Vin Diesel coming back. Does that make any sense?
Old parts, new car. I guess. If not,
it's a shitty new car.
We could bring it back. We can suggest that on their Twitter.
Yeah, but Ford does bring Giselle onto the team or bring Giselle into the franchise.
Oh yeah, okay. And then that's where Michelle Rodriguez gets shot in the head.
Yep.
Okay.
5 is the best.
5. Okay. How much do you think? I mean, that was a huge jump between like 2, 3, and then 4 was jumped up to 363 million. What do you think 5 went to?
Worldwide, like final.
Yeah.
700.
629.
Yeah.
And then Fast 6 made 789.
Yeah.
So almost, $800 million. And Furious 7 is at $1,008,854,000 and 15
There's going to
cents.
be a drop off for the next one. But do you think so who takes you got to bring The Rock into this franchise as the number 2 guy.
He's got to come in. Yeah, I think they need to bring that guy from Tokyo Drift. What's his name? Lucas Black. Mm-hmm. They need to bring him in.
Bow Wow.
Bow Wow, you can bring him into, but they don't
can
need
bring them
another.
in.
They
They
don't
don't
need
really-
another tech guy though,
That's true.
because they already have two.
Was he a tech guy or did he just sell steering wheels?
Oh, he was kind of a tech guy.
He had like a Hulk. Do you remember his Hulk van?
Oh yeah,
Was it like it was like the car that April had.
the Element.
Honda Element.
Honda
It kind of
Element?
looked like that. It was like a cubed van.
So they have to keep the girl on the team
Mm-hmm.
because all the women keep getting killed off or just.
Jordana Brewster's not going to come back.
She's
you
not.
assume.
It would make no sense, which sucks.
So then bring the girl back from Tokyo Drift too. I think she in real life is weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Is she still around in real life? Or?
I don't think she does anything in movies anymore.
Huh.
She did like a Bruno Mars, like she was the girl in a Bruno Mars video when he came out.
Oh,
Like, when
really?
he first came on the scene, yeah.
What a thing to wrap your career up with.
That was a nice little bookend for her. It was just-
Yeah, this is it.
But yeah, they do need more girls in it.
Well, they have the Game of Thrones girl, Ramsey.
Yeah.
And Elsa Pataki can come back.
yeah.
Oh, she does not. Does she not look just like June Diane Raphael? I don't know if we talked about this earlier.
She looks, yeah. I never knew what June Diane Raphael looked like.
Did you look her up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she does. She has like a similar face. She's not really super fit now.
Oh, really? I thought she was hot
Yeah.
before. Jeez.
Wife of Chris Hemsworth. She had the upper game to keep him. I'm excited for the next one just because I want to see where they go. It did drop off for me though, from 6 to 7, and the only reason I'm going to remember 7 because of the Paul Walker ending.
Yeah. To me, it's getting number 5 is
You like
still
where
the
it's
best.
going. You like where it's going because it's getting into the like 8-team / Expendables.
Yeah,
reality.
it's better than the Expendables actually. I mean, like you could equate it to the Expendables because it's like a kind of like a super team because we love team movies. Those are the best.
Yep.
But I mean, it's better than it's more coherent than the Expendables. And they've got that family theme going on.
So do you think they're
they-
going to pump one out within 2? Oh, they're going to have one within 2 years for sure.
Yeah, I mean they've got it in the works already.
I heard they're going to 10. 10 was the goal.
They're going to stop at 10.
They keep making money. They're not going to stop at 10, but I heard 10 was the goal to get to.
Okay. Well, Vin Diesel said that this is the beginning of a new trilogy.
This was, or the next 3 are going to be a new trilogy?
This
Like,
one.
This
Yeah, 7, 8, and 9 is the beginning of a new.
Kurt Russell's level now.
Yeah,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
amazing. That's our take on
Fast 7. Yeah.
Furious 7.
Fast 7. I keep saying Fast
It's
7.
Fast 7. There's a reason that they made it named Furious 7. Oh, because of the revenge thing, I guess. Which they weren't really that mad about Han after a while. But anyway, yeah, we will see you guys next time.
See you next time.
That's our podcast, and we hope you enjoyed the shit out of it.
I forget how we ended these things.
Oh,
Until next time. Right?
yeah. Until next time, save it for the
Oh, shit.
podcast.
I didn't know what you were doing with your fingers.
That was 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Until next time, save it for the podcast.
podcast.
Oh, you had said that with no gusto whatsoever.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see